How's it going, YouTube? Well, I did my first mess up here at Landstar. My fault, not theirs. I did my 120-day inspection early. Got it done earlier than what they wanted, which was good. And, well, I forgot to backslash email the maintenance report to them. And so I didn't know that, you know, when I seen it on when you log on to Landstar online, I seen that I was, 1 day overdue. And didn't think nothing of it. I just thought maybe they just didn't get it, or they got it and just didn't, was too busy, didn't put it in. And so when I left the New England area and came down here to Piston, I noticed that I was not being seen on the load board, as in, I mean, I could see the load board, it wasn't showing available anywhere. So when I gave them a call, they told me, well, it's because we haven't received your maintenance report. I said, well, I transfloed it. And she says, well, we need you to email it or fax it. And I was like, oh, man, that was me. It was me. It says literally right on the paperwork, email or fax it. And I was so dumb I didn't even see it. So it was my fault. I'm not saying anything. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I'll put my hand on the Bible. I love working here. This place is awesome. I mean, I have done back to back, coast to coast, and it's awesome. I mean, I picked a load up in Oregon, brought it over to Texas, Texas to California, California to New York, California to Mass, Texas to Mass, um, Pennsylvania to a two-stopper, in Wyoming and Oregon. Um, I did a five-stopper out in California, Sacramento area. Um, so I mean, literally, I've been doing good, except for this one screw up right here. Um, like I said, it's my fault. I didn't. I wasn't even thinking. I just transferred all my paperwork. Um, once I did my trip, then I stapled everything together and put it away like I always do. I didn't even look at the bottom of the paperwork. So right now we're stuck in Pennsylvania, and by the time that I was taken off hold, it was too late to get a load. Um, they ain't no brokers answering the phones. It's a Saturday now, so I guess unless I get an SOS call, I guess I'm here until Monday. Which, like I said, I'm not saying anything. It's all me. So I'm not hating on anybody. Besides myself, because you know, being a straight up idiot, I should have. They told us that, and I read it, and so I mean, I knew it, but 120 days later, I just forgot. But now I know. Now I know. I'm gonna put it in my notes. It's gonna have an alarm, and it'll go off. It'll let me know that I have to have the 120-day done, and that I have to send in the the maintenance report. So we'll do that. But besides that, like I said, I've been doing pretty good. I got to say that. Literally have been doing real good. Uh, had a great week last week. Um, I had to wait to get into the TA because they always take their sweet time getting people in. Um, so I finally got in there, which took all day. Um, Set the appointment up the night before. Um, I got bumped because they had roll service, roll calls. So by the time they got me in, it was like, I don't know, 4:30, 4:45 out there in El Paso. So I had to wait to pick my load up anyways. Dropped the trailer, went over the border, came back. and then took that load up to Mass, and now we're just sitting here now waiting till Monday. But like I said, I have been doing good. I mean, I just been out stretching my legs. Um, Not doing a lot of short hauls. I know a lot of people say the money's in the short hauls. Um, but to tell you the truth, I'm still a little nervous on booking back-to-back loads. That's the God's honest truth. I'm gonna let you know. Um, I like it here better than the Click and Go app. I really do. Um, in the whole 120-day experience, I love it. I mean, God's honest truth. I mean, I want to do numbers. I'll probably end up doing that on my Christmas break because that'll be right around. That should be right around 6 months. So we'll do the 6 month tally um, of the profit, and then we'll do a year. But as of right now, like I said, I love it. Just getting up and being able to go out and just spread your legs. You know what I'm saying? I like going from coast to coast, border to border. My next thing is to do is I'm going to be gonna try to get a load that goes to Alaska. That's my next one. I have not been to Alaska yet. I ain't afraid of driving in snow. I was born and raised in New England, so I'm used to big snowstorms. I live in Wisconsin where it snows a freaking a foot every time it snows. So that's what we're gonna do. That's my next thing. I got my passport. I got my Twix. So we're just gonna go and see what we can find up there in Canada. So that's what we're doing right now. Um, I was talking to a YouTuber, um, Triple T. Just letting him know how I screwed up and stuff. And I like talking to him because he listens and he doesn't get angry. He doesn't lose his cool when he knows that I screwed up. He'll let me talk and stuff like that. But I like talking to people because if you ask for advice from someone and they tell you an answer, but it's not the answer you're looking for, you get all mad. Well, then you can't ask the question. But see, me, I'll ask questions to anybody as long as I can get the truth. That's mainly what it is. Because me and my wife were talking that I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, no, you shouldn't do this, but me and my wife were talking about next year sometime. Um, like after our years up here, and we're thinking about getting our own trailer. All right, that's what we want to do. And of course, the trailer that I'm looking for, it has to have certain specs on it. It's got to have the side skirt, and it's got to have. I would like to have it to have tails. Um, I don't want those white rims. I want chrome rims. Um, I kind of would like to find one with a lift gate, um, because I know that there's a lot out there where you can do quite a bit with a lift gate. So that's what we're thinking about doing. So sorry, just been sitting here trying to call brokers and get tired. But anyway, so that's what I have going on. Of course, it's new. Only got 10 minutes, so maybe we could do a little bit more. I don't want to keep you guys too long. It's Saturday. But like I said, anybody who's thinking about coming over here to Landstar, I mean, as long as you know your numbers, um, you know what your daily is and stuff. If you ever have a problem with your numbers, you could always go on to Jeffrey Likes page, like trucking, big rig, I'm gonna say his name wrong. Big Rig Radio Network. There we go. Big Rig Radio Network, and he has older videos that go through numbers. So if you ever want to, find out how to do your numbers and how to figure out what you need for for your daily and stuff like that, that's the best person to listen to right there. That's how I figured out how to do stuff. Me and my wife, we watch all his videos, and we have learned a lot from him, on how to do our numbers and stuff. And the one thing that I have found myself that I like to do now, of course, nobody else does this, so some people may say it's that's not what you should do, but I just like to say that what I do is when I book a load, now I do it after land starts cut. Okay, after land starts cut, I will look at that load, and if that pays my truck payment, excuse me, my truck payment and Landstar stuff that I owe them, then that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll take any load, but what I look for is a load that's going to pay my expenses. So as long as my expenses are paid on my first load, then everything else all goes home. Like I mean, I came out from California out to New York. Where'd I go in New York? Oh, geez, I can't remember where I went in New York. Oh, up on 84. Anyways, it was over there in New York, upstate New York. Um, I went over there, and after all my expenses, you know, the truck payment and stuff like that, and the fuel, I literally brought home $5,800, and that was on just that one load from California. Now I know a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't do that. You should get small ones and then go with a big one. But I mean, after paying my expenses, SFI, $1,100, and whatever it is at Landstar, I don't know because most of my stuff's it's all paid off. I think the Qualcomm I still need to pay a little bit more on that. I'm not too sure. It might be all paid off. I'm not too sure yet. I mean, you still bring home $5,800. I think that's a pretty good that's a pretty good paycheck. I mean, I know other people are bringing home. I watch YouTube. There's a couple people I have on. He's got one guy's got $10,000 week and 7,000, but he's also reefer too. So I mean, I wouldn't mind doing reefer, but that's all right. We're good. We're good right where we are now. Um, well, tell you the truth, I found my home. You know, I'm not thinking. I mean, I'm thinking about going on my own, but it ain't gonna be for a while. First, what I want to do is learn some more to where I'm not scared to book loads. I mean, I'm not scared to book loads. Don't get me wrong. I'm scared to backing them up. I can't. I'm too. I don't know what is it. I'm too nervous to grab 3 or 4 loads out. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's my problem, and I know that that's what a lot of people are going to say. If you would book yourself out, you wouldn't have to worry about being messed up. But see, when Landstar emailed me telling me that I was put on hold, for some reason that email went to my spam, so I didn't see it. And so, of course, I did not know anything about it. And she said, "Well, we sent you an email." And so I checked my email. I said, "Oh, I don't see it here, ma'am." And she says, "Well, check your spam folder." So I did, and there it was. Why it went to spam, I don't know, because all my Landstar, all the other Landstar stuff goes right to my regular mail. So now I'm going to have to keep an eye on my spam folder. Um, but see, now if I would have had loads booked up, then I would have had to cancel those loads because I would have never known, what was going on. So I know everyone says it's easy to book out, but my problem is like right now it's wintertime, and you got Wyoming shutting down, and you got all this other stuff going on. So it makes me nervous. I don't like it when people are not happy with me. You know what I'm saying? That I've done something wrong, like, a broker or something like that, where I ticked him off because I said I was going to take a load, and then now all of a sudden I can't, so that just kind of makes you look bad, it makes you look like a loser, I mean, you should have known. And that's what my problem is that I have to learn how to do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm trying. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that, and trying to get my courage up to book. I mean, I did 2 loads back to back. Um, I went when I go from California to to New York, sorry, and then from New York, I then headed over to Pennsylvania, 85 miles, and then grabbed the load there that went down to Winchester, Virginia. I did that, um, which was all right. But then, like I said, though, some of these brokers, they give you a load that picks up at noontime, you know, and you have to deadhead to get there. So that's, whatever, half an hour to an hour to get there, maybe even two. And then you got to sit there at the door and get loaded. I just don't see how, if you pick up a load on Wednesday, how are you going to deliver it Thursday at 8 o'clock in the morning? I mean, I don't know. I never got pushed like that. I never had loads like that. So I really don't know if I can do anything like that. I've seen loads like that, plenty of loads like that even pay good. That I was like, yeah, I would like to do that, but I don't know if I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my problem is. I'm nervous about that. All you need to do is have a hiccup, an accident, bad weather coming in without you knowing it. It's one thing after another. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe somebody on here who's a Lancer can just let me know, how was it for you when you first, how long did it take you to get that all figured out on what to do, and you know, to be confident enough to just grab those lows right then and there, to grab out a week. See, like right now, I've been stuck here with, my own fault. Um, so if well, when Monday gets here, Monday I have to wait till Monday, but Monday gets here, I need to book a load that after Landstar's cut and fuel, that I can make at least 2 grand. I have to have at least 2 grand. Um, I'm saying two because just a little bit extra, you know what I'm saying? But I got to be able to pay my SFI truck and Landstar. So I figured two, you get a little couple $100 to play with, you know what I'm saying? And that's what my goal is. So if I can get a load that does that, then I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it doesn't even have to be 2 grand. It could be after everything have, say 1,500. As long as I can get out of here, um, because I've already fueled up in Pennsylvania, so I don't have to fuel up anymore in Pennsylvania. I don't have to put no fuel in. I didn't go nowhere, so the fuel that I put in, that should cover up the fuel tax here. Um, so that's what I'm looking at. As of right now, is just trying to find a load out of here that's going to give me what I need. Um, I'm a pretty simple man, so I don't need anything. Um, I go shopping at Wally World. I got a freezer and stuff up there to cook with. So that's what I do, and I'm all set, just ready to rock and roll on Monday. Kind of wish I wanted to leave today. I tried 6 brokers this morning, and nobody was answering. There's only 6 loads that were here out of 250-mile radius at 250 a mile. So we're just waiting to see what we can figure out on Monday. See if we can get out of here. Um, well, that's about it. So I just figured I'd give you guys, you know, a little rundown of my 120 day. I mean, I'm doing awesome. I'll have the numbers um, at the end of the year because I got to bring all my paperwork up, and we'll go through all that. Plus, I've been doing all my truck in office. I'm still a little that still need to figure out that truck in office because I put in 65%. Now, when I put the thing in, it should calculate it at 65% and not at the rate that I put in. I don't understand. I just don't understand that. But if I was to put the rate in after the 65%, it would do it higher. I don't know. I got to try to figure that out some more. I can always go in and edit everything, so that's fine. But besides that, I appreciate you guys watching and listening to me, listen to my little mess up I did. But yeah, so I will let you guys go, and I do appreciate it. You guys have yourself a nice Saturday if you're home, and have a nice time with your family. And we will talk with you guys later. All right, thank you guys. Bye bye.